This time I'll call the December 28th, 2023 meeting to order for the Dickinson County Commission. Would you please stand and join in the flag salute? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll be conducting business with two commissioners today, and Craig Chamberlain is not available to attend the meeting. And on the agenda, we do have one item to add to the agenda, and that's to authorize a signature for the indigent defense contracts that are going to be presented to us. And with that addition, I would move that we approve the amended agenda.
I'll second it.
We have the motion, we have the second. Any question or discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carries. The consent agenda includes the minutes of the December 21st meeting, also expenditures of $688,642.52, the security payment of $4,240, hand checks of $188.32, abatements of $740, added tax $1,915.08.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
We have the motion and second for approval of the consent agenda. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Commission comments, Ron.
I'd like to take a few minutes to thank the Highway Department and the Sheriff's Department for keeping us safe this last week here. Road conditions got pretty rough for a lot of the counties in our county, but I believe it Dickinson County came through looking pretty good. So we do appreciate that.
Okay, thank you. And just kind of adding to that, I have a great appreciation for our road crew, the way they're out there, because sometimes when the conditions are adverse, they're out there doing all they can to not only do preparation for the roads, but also when the storm's in the midst, they're out there cleaning roads, and our law enforcement is out there, and a lot of moving parts. Also earlier this morning, we did go down to our 911 center, and that's one of the departments of the county. And we just took a look in there and were able to kind of get an idea of what they do. I mean, we in a way know what they do, but to know that they have all the tools computer wise to receive the calls, to dispatch information, and sort through things. It's amazing what they do, and some of the accidents and situations and emergencies that they handle. They really kind of keep things calm and help facilitate things. And it takes a lot of abilities in that way to sort through that and handle those emergencies, because you're trying to bring some calmness, but you also need to have very accurate information, and they do a great job for us. Also, earlier this morning, we did have some discussion about our insurance with K-Camp, and we have an increase that is being sent our way. We also have in our future meetings or trips planned to go to Topeka for Local Government Day in January, and also February 8th. For County Government Day. And then, Janelle, you mentioned our reorganization is going to be January
for the 11th. Mm-hmm.
So that's all I have. We do not have any petitions or proclamations. And if there's anyone that would want to comment or have a question, you can do that wherever, if you come here, but also online. And sometimes we do have people online. So if there is any question or comment, you could prompt to let us know. Since we do not have any public comments for today's meeting, we'll go ahead and move on to our report of county officers. Our county administrator, Janelle Docador.
Commissioners, just a couple reminders for everyone. The treasurer's office will be closing at noon tomorrow to the public to complete or close the end of year. So I just wanted to make sure everyone knows that. It has been posted on our website and a Facebook message also. And then county offices all will be closed on Monday, January 1st, 2024 in observance of the New Year's Day. It's hard to believe that we're starting a new year, that's for sure. So And like you mentioned, the highway crew has been out, and I would ask for everyone's patience with this moisture. The gravel roads are in rough shape, which we know, but they are working as hard as they can. We want to make sure that they're done correctly. So we're getting them out there to work on them. So, and that's actually all I would have, commissioners.
Okay. Doug?
Thank you. I've submitted to the board the proposed agreement to provide indigent defense services for Dickinson County. We have the same individuals that have been with us for a number of years. And Joycelyn Lucas Randall has executed her contract for the 24 year. Same with Charles Alt Duell and Jennifer Dahlstrom. Bruce Berry has advised me he will be signing it, but he hasn't as of yet. It's just been, the document just wasn't available for him at the time, but he's told me he'll sign that. And that provides the defense indigent compensation for those 4 attorneys. And so I'm asking that you approve that, including with Bruce Berry, and I'll have a signed document from him very quickly.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you helping coordinate that, Doug, and helping facilitate that. And it's so since we did add that to the agenda, and Doug has brought that up, why don't we go ahead and give consideration for that at this time, that we need to formalize through an authorized signature to receive and approve the indigent defense contracts.
And I'll make that motion.
Okay, I'll give the second. We have the motion. We have the second for approval of that contract for indigent defense services. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. And Doug, did you have anything else, or anyone to?
No, that's all I have for this one.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
That other will be brought back to us, and then we'll do that at a future meeting.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. Okay, under notices and communications, we had a magazine from Ingram's, which is a Kansas City area magazine, but also has sometimes information that applies for the state of Kansas. We also had a holiday season's greetings from Derek Noyes, who is the Command Sergeant Major over at Fort Riley, and also from Major General John V. Meyer III. We've received information from our Congressman Tracy Mann and gave us an update and overview. And I believe that's all we had. Were there any other communications or letters?
I've got the same thing.
We did have one in regards to a matter as far as the hospital is concerned, but it has to do with Memorial Hospital, and it's so that's in their court, but we've just been advised of that. I don't believe there is anything as far as notices and communications. In addition to that, we do not have any resolutions or unfinished business. The next item we have is that to approve the budget amendments. And Marcus, if you want to just give us a little bit of a comment on that, on what that involves and the purpose of it.
Thank you. I'm Marcus Rothschild, Finance Director for Dickinson County. The budget amendment is mostly just a housekeeping issue at this point. We had 2 funds that we amended the budget for 2023 on. The main purpose was for the transfer station environmental services this year. There were some capital projects that exceeded what we had originally planned. When we plan these budgets, you're looking at almost a year and a half ago when we were setting that, and the concrete needed to be replaced at the environmental services, and it was something that really just couldn't be pushed off, and so we had to take care of that. So that increased our expenditures there, and then also with the countywide cleanup, the tire disposal was also, we spent close to $20,000 more than what we had originally planned for tire disposal this year as well. So between those 2 projects, the transfer station environmental services is a very healthy fund, has plenty of cash balance available in its reserves. And so this is more just authorizing the county to be able to use those in the budget process. So we're just providing the budget authority for the environmental services. Also, the alcohol rehabilitation fund, went ahead and included that in the amendment today. We received more funding for that. And so we were able to allot out a little bit more this year than what we had initially anticipated. So we're just going to go ahead and amend that as well. That helps to provide funding for our LEAD program to the schools, also Safe Night After Prom, and some area agencies to help educate the children against alcohol and drug abuse.
So now, as part of this budget amendment, I appreciate the overview and information on it, but also we need to have a public hearing on it. So at this time, I'll open the public hearing. And if there's any additional comments or any questions anyone would have, this would be opportunity to do that. We do not have any additional comments, so I'll go ahead and close the public hearing. And our next step is that we need to go ahead and by signature approve this budget amendment and have that on file.
And we've got a form here for you to sign. Both of you will sign it.
And basically, it just says it's an attached publication was, and this hearing was held and approved and adopted as a maximum expenditure for various funds for the year. And as Marcus mentioned, it involves the transfer station, the alcohol rehabilitation, and that's the summary of the amendments, and it is a housekeeping item. I would go ahead and move that we approve this budget amendment.
I'll second it.
We have the motion and the second. Any discussion or question? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. And there's a place, Ron, for you to sign, and then I have my signature. And I don't believe, is there anything else to bring before the commission?
No.
Just a happy new year and
Happy New Year.
Have-
Safe travels.
safe travels and holiday. I'll move that we adjourn.
I'll second it.
We have the motion and second to adjourn. Any discussion, question? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carries. We're adjourned.